video will show you exactly how to use the MaxButtons plugin that you can install on your WordPress site. What we have installed is the free version of the MaxButtons plugin, and you can actually upgrade and get a different version, but just for the purpose of this, we're going to show you exactly how you update and make changes to the MaxButton plugin. First thing that you want to do is you want to make sure that you have it actually installed on your site. So we're going to go to install plugins on this specific site after we signed in. And we are going to scroll down and we see that we do have the MaxButtons and we also have it activated. And what we're going to do now is we're going to actually update the existing buttons on this site. What we have on this site are these buttons here. And what we're going to do is we're going to scroll down on the back end and we're going to go to buttons. And from here we've already created buttons. And what this is are the specific buttons that we have. And then here we have the shortcode. And what the shortcode does is it actually refers to that specific button. So if we were to make edits here, for instance, we have health fair here. If we wanted to actually edit this button and we were to call it test, and that's the name of it, and we can hit save. That's the name of it. The name of it is this. And this is the actual text that's on the button. So let's change that to actual test. We're going to save it, and you see that it's going to say test here. If we were to go here and we were to refresh this, it would also change the test as well too. And there's a lot of different options you can have here. You'll actually see that there's different outputs, so you can see whether or not you want to change the font to a specific font that's built into the site. You can change the size and the style, normic or italic. You can make it bold or normal. You can do padding if you want padding around it, border, the colors and gradients. There's a lot of different options that you can use for this free plugin. But the whole idea is that once you make a change here, you hit save and it's automatically going to change as long as the shortcode is there. So what we're going to do is we'll change this back to health fair and we'll save. And we'll refresh it just to make sure. Once again, it automatically changes. So what we're going to do for the purpose of this is we'll actually add a new button. So we're going to click add new. And we're going to create a new button. And we're just going to call this one test. And you can actually choose a URL that you want to link to. So for instance, if I have a media file, that I want to use, and let's just say I want to select this specific file, I'll select this URL. This goes directly to the file. So I take this and I'll copy it and I'll put it right in here. And this goes directly to that PDF file. If, for instance, I wanted it to go to a specific page, again, we can change it to that, and I'll show you that in a little bit. So what we want to do is call this test, and we'll keep the font by default Arial, and we'll change the size to 50. And let's change the font to something a little different. Let's go to Georgia. Style, we're going to make it normal. We want to make it normal text. And we're not going to make any changes here, but you can make changes. Let's decide I want to make this the beginning gradient to be aqua, and then when it hovers I want it to be, let's say, red or something like that. So it'll change to those colors once on normal and on the hover, and then these are the same that actually end. So what we can do is literally copy this Copy normal colors to hover if we wanted to do that. Copy hover to normal. Copy and invert it. You can do all these different options and it'll do it automatically. So then I want to copy it to hover. It's going to make it the same. Make it the same. You can do all these different things, which is pretty awesome with this plugin. So we're going to hit save. And it'll take a little while, but once we've done that, we're able to go and click on buttons. We're actually able to see all the buttons that we made. And this is the specific plugin, the specific shortcode that we use for this. So we have to copy this exact text. And what we're going to do is, because this is actually on the sidebar, we're going to go to the Appearance Widgets section. And we're going to go to Sidebars. And what we're going to do is select text, because we're going to put text directly in here. And we're going to simply copy and paste the text, because this is a shortcode that refers to the button. So we'll save that and we'll do a refresh. And automatically we'll see that the text is there. And again, you see how it changes on the hover. So as it stands, when we click on this, we're going to go directly to the specific file that was already uploaded on the site. But say we wanted to instead have it go to the About Us page, we're going to go back to the button section. And we're going to find the button and we're going to edit it. And from there, instead of having it go directly to the file, we want it to go to the page. So let's save this, remembering to save anytime that we make changes. And we're going to wait for it to refresh, and now it's saved. And let's refresh this. And we'll test it out again. And this time it goes to the About Us page because we changed the link. So that's basically what you have to do. And you can take this shortcode and put it literally anywhere. So say you're on the About Us page and you want to actually put that same shortcode in. What you'll go to is Edit, and you'll this time instead, if you have Visual Composer built into the site, you can use that. And you can go through and edit it. Sorry, you can go through and edit this. And you go to text, and you can again put that same shortcode, or actually the shortcode from the button, which is either one of these. Put that there. We'll put that there. And we'll leave it there. We're going to save changes. And we can preview the changes. See how it looks. You'll see the buttons right there. Now, just because it's being previewed, if you want to actually make it permanent, you just have to click update, but we're not going to do that just because we're doing this just for the demonstration purposes. But that's essentially how you update and change the buttons and how you edit the buttons. We're going to leave this page because we don't want to edit it. And what we're going to do is go back and actually delete this area where the button is. So you go to custom sidebar and we'll delete this button. Let's delete this. And this section will automatically save, so you don't have to worry about hitting save. And let's close this out, and let's go back and look at our site to see, and again, the button's gone just because we just deleted it. So that's essentially how you update the buttons using the MaxButtons plugin.